the Fernandi are going to Florida. Good morning. 4:44 right now. Currently waiting for Josue to finish up in the bathroom, drink his coffee, and then we're trying to be out by 5 o'clock. I'm dead. I could not sleep last night. This is going to be the first time I'm separated from Annie for about 3 days. And I don't like it. So, not excited about that. What time is it?
It's go time.
It's 5:13. We're already 13 minutes behind schedule. Oh, goodbye. Parking spot. Goodbye, parking lot. And we picked a heck of a morning to go because it is pouring. Oh, here we go. First leg of the trip. Come on. 8 hours and 10 minutes. Let's go.
Catch it, put it in a jar to have and to hold. To save for later, you cannot trust it to come again. To wait for you to find a pen and fill the paper with the message that it wants to send. Grab it, hold it by its tail before it escapes. You know its ways and you cannot lose.
We're working on our second hour of driving already. It's already been an hour. Yeah, 6:18. So, we are currently somewhere in New Jersey, on the New Jersey Turnpike still. I believe we're near Trenton, maybe?
Freehold.
In Freehold, wherever that is. We have 66. We have 66 more miles to go on the New Jersey Turnpike. And it is still pouring. Actually, I think it picked up in the last couple minutes here in New Jersey. Which is lovely. It is 7:03 and we have 10 more miles to go on the New Jersey Turnpike, and we're starting to see some light finally. How you feeling?
Alright. Wish I could crack this 8 hours.
According to our handy dandy GPS on the phone, it says we have about 6.5 hours or 6 hours and 22 minutes of driving left.
That was an hour ago.
No.
You said the same thing an hour ago.
Altogether on this leg of the trip, we have 439 miles to go. No one really in front of us, and no one really behind us either.
How cloudy is over there? Like going into the storm.
Well, so I think fog is cool. I do not.
Fog, mist. It's pretty
I have, you know how I'm slightly claustrophobic,
right?
My thing is if I feel like I'm not going to be able to find my way out of something, I start to panic. So I always have this fear that the fog is going to be so thick I get lost in it. And I know it doesn't make any sense. I used to have the same fear when my mom would put bubbles in the bubble bath, like in the tub for me to take a bubble bath, and if the bubbles got too much and like it got in my face, I would panic at that too. So I'm just weird that way. So we were passing through and there was an opening between the trees, and I think it was over water, right?
Yeah.
There was like a lake or some kind of body of water, and it was just a bunch of fog and mist right over it. And Josue thought that was cool, and I felt something in the pit of my stomach, and I'm like, nope, don't like it. 7:06, 7:07, 6 hours and 20 minutes to go, 6.4 miles to go on New Jersey Turnpike. But yeah, we'll check back in another hour, see where we're at. All right, 7:14, we made it out of New Jersey. I think we are officially in Delaware. And we're going over the Delaware, what is it, Memorial Bridge?
Yeah.
Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Welcome to Delaware.
Welcome to Delaware. Well, that's not gonna work either. That's so funny that the first song that we play in the car happens to be New York freestyle. That's the genre of music. And we're saying peace to New York. Let's see what comes on next. It's the end of the road. We are in Maryland. Welcome to Maryland. It is 7:35. Did I do a check-in? An hourly check-in?
It's not the hourly one,
No. This is...
no. Like half hour.
The sun is awake, so I'm awake. And we have 48...
Outside.
Yep. Oh, look at that. You look so beautiful in the sunlight. I have 48 miles to go on the 90... Oh, we're on the 95 already. I didn't realize. 48 miles to go here, and then I think we enter into DC, right? Because we're in Maryland right now. I believe DC comes in, and then it's like maybe 10 miles in DC, and then we enter Virginia. And then we suffer. Okay, now it's time for an hourly check. It is 8:22. We have been driving for a little bit over 3 hours now. We are somewhere in Maryland. I think we're still in Baltimore, or we might have just passed Baltimore, and headed towards DC is next. We have 2.5 miles left to go on the 295 South. I don't know why I'm telling you guys all the directions. I guess it's just in case we disappear.
Y'all know where to find us.
Y'all know where to find us, exactly. Come and search for my carcass. If we were to just drive straight through without making any sort of stops, we would get to our first hotel by 1:20. And how do you say it? Fayetteville? North Carolina? That's where our first motel stop is going to be for tonight. But I think we're going to stop soon, maybe, because I kind of have to, I'm starting to feel a little tingle for the baño, the toilet, and a little tingle rumble in my belly too, for some breakfast.
Let's see, we gotta find a good place.
McDonald's. Just stopped off, had McDonald's breakfast, gave the car a little breaky break, and the time is now 9:59. Back on the road. We have we have 4 hours and 21 minutes to go. We are currently in Virginia, and 295 miles. So we're kind of at the halfway point to North Carolina now. We're thinking we might make it in there earlier than we expected, or earlier than I expected, just because I thought we'd be making more stops, but somebody doesn't want to stop. Before we found the McDonald's, we stopped off at the gasoline station to fill up the tank.
Quarter mile, merge onto I-95
Would you
South.
shut up? So we pulled off to the side to fill up the gas tank. And as Josue's filling it up, we're both standing outside. I'm stretching my legs, and this guy comes out with a green Slurpee and this goofy look on his face. But it was like a goofy, he's smiling, grinning, and I thought he was walking towards his car, only he didn't have a car there. Instead, he came and he stood kind of next to Josue, maybe like a few feet away, as Josue finished pumping the gas. And he looked at me and he like smiled and he slurped on his green Slurpee. And then Josue looked up at him and I think they kind of exchanged a little glance and a little smile too. And I'm like, what is happening? I said, can we get in the car? I was about to tell you, if that gas tank is not full, it is now. Put it back. We'll finish up filling it up somewhere else. Because I am not standing here with green Slurpee guy smiling creepily at me, and then I die only a quarter of the way to Florida.
You have a blade there.
Yeah, but by the time I reach for the damn blade, you would be dead.
Oh, you better. What, are you gonna beat me with a straw?
You don't know what he has in his pockets. That's such a guy mentality. Oh, what's he gonna do? Beat me with a straw? Like, you don't know what he has in his pockets. He was holding it with one hand. His other hand was in his pocket. I mean, am I wrong?
He's holding his other straw.
He was holding the other straw. Okay. Green Slurpee guy.
In New York, you're not supposed to be scared of that stuff.
Yeah, but we're from New York. There's certain crazy that we're used to, and we just kind of overlook that. Everybody comes in and like, oh my god, what's wrong with this guy who's talking to himself on the train track? Like, and he's just screaming at nobody. Like, we know how to deal with that crazy. I don't know how to deal with the crazy where they're smiling at you while they're drinking a Slurpee and not saying anything. That's a whole different crazy.
It's a regular day in Harlem. Wendy's.
That's why I didn't want to stop at McDonald's. He's not a McDonald's fan. He's more of a Wendy's guy. And I was like, there's no Wendy's nearby. He just passed one.
Keep right to stay on I-95 South.
10:05. 4 hours and 17 minutes. I-95 South. And here we are. And Josue doesn't believe me that I can smell snow, but look at this nose. I can smell snow. And the air is extra cold. It's like this gust of just cold that gets into your bones. So it's gonna snow in Virginia. Just watch.
Smell snow.
Yes, I can. I'm telling you, I can smell when it's coming.
So now, snow clouds.
Good morning. It is 8:06 and we are getting ready to hit the road for the second day. We stopped yesterday in North Carolina to spend the night. That's what our original plan was. Now today we should be entering into Florida to our second hotel, which is in Davenport. So today, by the end of today, we will be in Florida. Are you excited? We're about to hit the road and I'll see you from the road, I guess.